Wharton County Public Schools Sports Network presents high school football. Tonight, cross-county matchup between the Greenwood Gators and the Warren Central Dragons. You see the Dragons coming in from the David D. Crow Fieldhouse. To the left of the press box here tonight, Joe Hood Field on the campus of Warren Central. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff with you again tonight. Appreciate you joining us here on our Prep Spin platform, go.prepspin.com. Of course, the Prep Spin Facebook page, the Prep Spin YouTube channel, and our other media partner, wbko.com/prepspin. So it's Greenwood. They are 3-0. They are rolling right now. They've outscored their opponents 129-45. Warren Central, their only game they've played this year, they lost to Trigg County 36-6. They were off last week. It was a scheduled week off.
Tonight, we honor the lives of nearly 3,000 men and women who tragically lost their lives in these attacks, as well as all the men and women who have worked to rebuild and heal our country in the wake of these events. We ask at this time, would you please stand, remove your hats, and join in a moment of silence as we remember those who lost their lives in the attacks of September 11th, 2001. Thank you. Fans, at this time, will you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem?
Tribute there, pregame, as we would remember 9/11, 20 years ago as of tomorrow. We're going to come back. We'll get more into our pregame. It's Warren Central playing host to Greenwood, and many other sports are in the same district, but they're in two different classes in football. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Joe Hood fielded Warren Central tonight. Welcome in. Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. Warren Central 0-1 on the season. Mark Nelson in his first year as the head coach at Warren Central. Of course, he was head coach at Greenwood for many years. Coach at South Warren, and now here at Warren Central. They're 0-1. William Howard in his 4th season as Greenwood Gators coach. They've won the toss. They've elected to receive, so they'll get the first possession of the game. Going on tonight, Gibson Southern Indiana is at South Warren tonight. Russellville at Warren East. That's homecoming football action. Volleyball, South Warren is at the Taylor County Tournament. You get a good look at the cheerleaders in the back of the end zone waiting on their Gators to make their way down from the locker rooms up at the gymnasium here at Warren Central. We're ready for kickoff coming up very shortly as you are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Well, the man who is has his name on the field, who you're getting a good look at there, that was Joe Hood of Warren Central. As you get a good look at the turf field here at Warren Central. Greenwood across the way, huddling around William Howard. The Gators, as we said, have won the toss. They opened up with a 55-32 victory over Spring Hill, 36-13 on the road at Franklin. And then last week we had that game 38-0 over Allen County, Scottsville. Coming up tomorrow night, we'll have a live stream. Well, another bonus night. This will make tomorrow night will make 5 nights in a row this week. We've got boys soccer for you. Warren East at Greenwood, big district matchup there. We'll be on the air right around 6:50 with the start of that boys soccer match, and we'll tell you a little bit later on. As you see Mark Nelson walking out there to talk to the officials, Mike Moritz will be the white hat out there tonight as he brings his team out as we're ready for the clock to roll down. Greenwood is in the Class 5A District 2. They are in the same district with Bowling Green, Christian County, Greenwood, and South Warren. Meanwhile, Warren Central is in a 5-team 4A District 2 with Allen County, Scottsville, Franklin Simpson, Russell County, Warren Central, and Warren East. And speaking of Russell County, we'll see them next week on our Friday night football. It'll be at Warren East, so a big district matchup there. Russell County at Warren East. That's next Friday night. Mark Nelson before the game says, you know, next week he'll get more of his guys back that have been out and get some people back into the positions where they need to be. But right now he's still doing some makeshift in positions. He has all but 10 players that are back. So he has not had a full practice with everybody just yet. So that'll be great when he's able to get that put together. All right, so Greenwood will receive the kick. The Gators will have a couple of men deep. Ame to kick it off for Warren Central. We're ready to get this battle underway. Crosstown matchup. Greenwood and Warren Central, and we got a whistle right at kickoff. Not sure the official was ready or not. But Telltale Long is the deep back for Greenwood. And I think that's what it was. He kicked it before the referee blew the whistle and said, kick it my way. So Warren Central in the navy blue and white. Greenwood will be in white with those green numerals trimmed, and I believe gold or burgundy. Great night. We're about 70-ish, 72 degrees here at kickoff. Now we're ready. This game is officially underway. Taken by one of the upbacks for Greenwood. That is going to be Andrew Hatcher. Hatcher wrapped up around the 35-yard line by Warren Central's Dalton Tipton and D'Angelo Patterson for Warren Central. James Salke will be the quarterback for Greenwood. On the year, in 3 games, he's completed 18 of 34 passes, 402 yards. He's got a trio of backs behind him that have averaged about 25 carries on the year so far. Salke, all wide receivers except for one wingback. And he gives it to that wingback. And that is Ira Mateos. Mateos, they'll mark him out around the 42-yard line. Maybe 9 yards on the gain. Be second down and 1. We're just underway. Devin Poston on the tackle for Warren Central. Get a good look over there at the far hash mark. Salke gives it once again in there. Andrew Hatcher this time on a little counter play. He has the first down, just got enough. And it's going to be at the 47, 1st and 10 Greenwood. Crowd still coming in here tonight on this Friday night. All 4 Warren County Public Schools in action football tonight. 2 of them here. South Warren at home, Warren East at home tonight. Salke fakes, going to roll out to his right, looking to pass. Throws, and it is incomplete. Trying to hit the Ave Pillow. Second and 10 for Greenwood at its own 47-yard line. As you see Joe Hood there with the towel, his wife Lisa home, sick. Hi, Lisa. I know you were tuning in here for us tonight. We hope everything progresses for you and you have those mild symptoms. Greenwood, second down and 10 from its own 47-yard line. Salke gives it to Long. Long rises right tackle, and then he gets down inside the Warren Central 40 to the 39-yard line before Patterson, D'Angelo, he also got another tackle there. Gators get another first down. You get a good look from the offensive coordinator over there for Greenwood, Jason Jaggers, calling the play in to Salke. Gators here on the hash mark nearest us. We hope you're enjoying our live, free, and HD live stream here at Warren Central tonight. Salke has the one running back. That's Long beside him. Excuse me, that's Lofton. Lofton cuts outside. I'm sorry, Brock. That's Brock on the carry. Wrapped up by Warren Central, KJ Ame. So Jalen Brock on the carry. Brock is one of those running backs coming into tonight for Greenwood. 23 carries for 187 yards. Marquise Trussell, 26 carries, 195. And Telltale Long, 28 carries for 236 yards for Greenwood. Salke now with Brock to his left for the first time. Gave it to him, finds his way through, and has a nice gain before being brought down by Malik Ferguson. Another first down for the Gators. 9:34 in the first quarter. There's no score. First possession of the game. 27-yard line. Salke out of the gun. Brock to his left. He gives it to Brock. Down. He gives it right back to Mateos. Mateos cuts inside, then cuts outside, gets down to near the 10-yard line. They go mark it at the 12. Another first down for the Gators. So Mateos cut inside, then cut to the outside, just following his blockers. First and 10 Gators at the Dragon 12-yard line. This is the opening drive of the game. Far hash mark. Salke with Brock to his right. Man in motion. Is Long looking to throw. Throwing for the corner and just over the outstretched arms of Ira Mateos. Led him by about a yard too much. Otherwise, that was just a pattern. Just got to the outside of the defender and just threw it up there. And he was just a yard away from catching that. Second down and 10 for Greenwood. 8:37 first quarter. Gorgeous evening here in September at Warren Central High School. Salke on the give to Telltale Long off the right side to the 5, and that's where he is stopped immediately by KJ Ame. It'll bring up third down at about 3. They got to get to the 2-yard line. Two backs now with Salke. I'm sorry, he got Lofton Howard in there now at quarterback. Howard under center. Gives it. First man through, that's Jalen Brock, and he is going to be in for a touchdown.
Brock's carry is good enough for a Greenwood touchdown.
So in the first quarter at the 7:49 mark, Jalen Brock for Greenwood, 5-yard run. So they put in Lofton Howard at quarterback. He just turned and handed it to Brock, and Brock right up his right side of his line. And Greenwood now will go for 2. Rolling, throwing, and it's picked off. So the pass fails. So they do that offset where everybody, the line and everybody to the left, and just the quarterback, center, and a receiver, and it fails. 7:49, 6-0 Greenwood. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started. right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we...
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart. What can a huge law firm do for you?
Greenwood to kick off, leading 6-0. So Warren Central will go on the offense for the first time tonight. Taken around the 15-yard line by Patterson. Patterson to the 20, and he's brought down by Lofton Howard. He's a little bit everywhere tonight for Greenwood. So the Dragons start 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Ball will be on the hash mark nearest to us. Let's see what they do here. They got a few players back. Got some in different positions. A.J. Ame is the quarterback. He'll hand off. Fumble, and Greenwood has it. Ball came loose on the exchange. Jackson Freeland. Excuse me. No, I don't have that number. We'll try to check out who 28 is. Did not get the number change. But he comes up with the fumble for Greenwood, and they'll have it right back. So Central not able to get off but just that one play on that drive. And Greenwood will be knocking at the door again. They are at the 18-yard line of Warren Central. So Salke back in at quarterback. He's got Brock with him. Brock to Salke's left. Fakes, pulls it out, got a little pressure, throws over the middle, and incomplete. He was trying to hit Ira Mateos, just a little slant pattern. 2nd and 10 for the Gators, as you get a good look at William Howard over there and Mason Jaggers. 6-0 Greenwood. We're in the first quarter. William Howard was an assistant coach over at Warren Central for a couple of years before taking the Greenwood job. Mateos in the backfield. They give it to him. Room off to the left side. He cuts inside the 10 to around the 6-yard line. And right there to wrap him up was K.J. Ame. Of course, if you got a smart TV, you can look for the Prep Spin app if you have Roku or Fire TV. Put it up on your big screen. So many different ways you can watch our live streams. On your phone, your tablet, your laptop, big screen TV. Take us everywhere, regardless where you are. High snap, Salke hands it off inside. Cutting to the outside, and that is Telltale Long. And he'll have a 7-yard run. So less than a minute later, Telltale Long, after the fumble, recovery by Greenwood. A 7-yard run. Greenwood is up 12-0 here the first quarter. We've played a little over 5 minutes. Greenwood had a little trouble with their extra points last week at Allen County against Allen County Scottsville at home. Let's see what they do. They'll go for 2 here. Salke and Brock in the backfield. Mateos is a wing. Long in motion, the wing. They give it to him. Cuts inside, 2-point conversion is good. So Long on the run. 14-0 Greenwood, 6:58 to go here in the first quarter. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing
Greenwood kicking off after scoring their second touchdown the first few minutes of this game. Taken by Patterson with a nice run. 40 up the middle. He's got a man to beat. This may be a big, long return for Warren Central. They are on the board. There are no flags. No flags at all, and a big touchdown run. 88-yard run by D'Angelo Patterson. That's an 88-yard kickoff return.
Timeout on the field for an injured player.
6:46, so that took 12 seconds for him to run the length of the field, or run 88 yards. Got a gator down there. There were no flags. What a huge run there by D'Angelo Patterson. It's 14-6 here in the first quarter. Up and moving off the sideline. So let's see how Warren Central wants to go for the extra point here. I believe they'll go for 2. Just like that. It's a one-score game.
Dragons on to attempt the 2-point conversion.
So the Dragons will now attempt the 2-point conversion. Well, will they run? Will they throw? Let's see. Ame gets everybody set. Ferguson, they're missing a lineman. They've got to get a lineman in there. If not, they'll have to burn a timeout. Okay, they just got the 25 seconds going. So got a lineman coming in now. Otherwise, you'd had somebody unblocked. So Ame now moves Ferguson to his right. It's unbalanced to the right. Let's see what they do. Ame looking, pressure, throws back to the left, and just out of the reach of the intended receiver for Glover. 14-6 Greenwood, 6:46 in the first quarter. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky. and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff on the camera. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. We have a 14-6 first quarter game after the D'Angelo Patterson 88-yard touchdown or kickoff return after Greenwood had a short drive after a fumble by Warren Central. It led 14-0. Now it's 14-6. Greenwood set to get the ball back. Almeida kickoff. And official got somebody across the line too soon for Warren Central. Some of the fans here tonight rooting on the Dragons on their side. How about that? A good family selfie. That young man there did not want to be in the family selfie. How about that?
Illegal procedure on the Dragons.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Warren Central. That's the kind of camera work you get from Mike Cleff, catching those great moments, family moments like that. 6:46 in the first quarter. Well, might not have to run the ball or pass the ball if you return kickoffs back. You saw the speed there, D'Angelo Patterson for Warren Central. Almeida kick it again. Now we're ready. Going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Greenwood will take over 1st and 10. At their own 35. So this will be their 3rd possession of the game. And we've not even played 6 full minutes of the quarter. Glad you're joining us at go.prepspin.com, wbko.com/prepspin, Prepspin YouTube channel, the Prepspin Facebook channel, and possibly, I haven't checked it, that the Facebook Twitter page may be having this live stream also via Periscope. So you can't miss us. You want to watch Warren County Public Schools student athletes in action, well, doesn't take much to find us. Back to pass. Salke looking, rolling left, throwing left, has it out there to Lofton Howard. He's got a first down just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Souchley's pass is good to Howard for a gain of 13 yards. Tackle on the play.
49-yard line of Greenwood, so they're just shy.
Greenwood from their own 49-yard line.
We were about 73 degrees, I think, at kickoff. It's absolutely gorgeous. Great weather last night for the soccer match here at Warren Central. Bowling Green scored 4 unanswered goals in the second half to win 4-1 over Warren Central. And that back to pass, looking, rolling to his right. Salke has a man, and it is going to be complete at the 42-yard line of Warren Central. That's Lofton Howard, the 6'4 junior.
Souchley's pass is complete to Howard at the Warren Central 40.
So the Gators will get another 1st and 10. You know, they've just getting it in little chunks, and they've not had just that huge play. You know, they get 10, 12 yards here, 10, 12 yards there. Took advantage of a Central fumble. Twin receivers to the far side, one. Bottom of your screen is Howard. Salke fakes it to Brock, throws it to Mateos. Trying to run with it before he had it. Right through his hands. You got to see it into your hands to catch it. Second down and 10. Former Gator now helping out on the Warren Central side. Brad York, of course, his dad, Walter York, Coached with Mark Nelson at Greenwood. Walter was a standout athlete here in Warren Central. Long in motion, handed to him. Cuts off right tackle. Hard to bring him down at the 30 to the 29, and it takes about 6 different Dragons to pull him down. Ferguson is one of them. Another first down for the Gators. Get a good look there at the Dragons scoreboard. 5:39 to go here, first quarter. 14-6, Greenwood leading Warren Central. You get a good look there at Ira Mateos, a wingback for Greenwood. Salke, the quarterback. Double handoff as it went from Brock to Mateos. Gets away from a tackler in the backfield. He may go all the way. Ira Mateos with a 30-yard run. I got a flag. Hold on. Got a flag that may come back as a hold. Yes, sir, it is. As you get a good look at Mike Moritz, our official for the night. Boy, this COVID's really hit some of the officials, too. They've had to borrow from other areas. They've been short-staffed. You know, they usually like to have about 7 officials, and I think we've got 6 tonight, or 5. So a couple less than normal, but we'll carry on. 5:10 first quarter. Brock moves to the left side of Salke. Now he moves to the right side. Brings long. So got a little split backfield look. Back to pass. Salke, a little screen. It's going to be complete. To long to the 20, 15, run out of bounds around the 13-yard line. That should be good enough for a Gator first down. You look at some of the Gator fans across the way enjoying tonight's great weather. Got a Dragon down. Dalton Tipton, a 5'9" sophomore, down at the moment. They'll go out there and check on him. We've had a bunch of scoring here in the first 7 minutes of this first quarter. Jalen Brock on Greenwood's first possession, at the 7:49 mark, a 5-yard run. The extra point pass failed. Less than a minute later, after a fumble by Warren Central on their first play from scrimmage, Telltale Long, a 7-yard run. He gets the extra point conversion, 14-0 Greenwood. Well, how about the ensuing kickoff? D'Angelo Patterson for Warren Central, 88-yard kickoff return. The pass failed for the 2-point conversion. So that's where we're at, 14-6. Greenwood moving the ball. As you see the Dragons kneeling down while their fellow team member is being attended to out on the field. Coming up tomorrow night, we've got soccer for you. We'll be at Greenwood. It'll be Warren East at Greenwood. About a 6:50 start. That's boys action coming up tomorrow night. We've got volleyball coming up for you. Next Tuesday night, Greenwood will be, that's Greenwood at Warren East next Tuesday. Then next Thursday, we have girls soccer, Bowling Green at Greenwood. So we've got a little mixture of volleyball, soccer, and football next week for you. All right here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. While they're tending to the Dragon, we'll step away as you are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance is not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
All right, the injured Dragon is being helped to the sideline. Gators at the 13 of Warren Central, clock rolling first quarter. Salke, double fake, looking to throw to his right, corner of the end zone, and through Lofton Howard's hands. D'Angelo Patterson right there, right in front of the view of Lofton Howard, and not able to come up with it. Good defense and a good awesome try there by Lofton Howard. 2nd and 10 for the Gators. At the Dragon 13-yard line. .442, clock stopped here in the first quarter after the incomplete pass. Football next Friday night. Russell County at Warren East. That's a big 4A District 2 matchup. So volleyball Tuesday, girls soccer Thursday, and football Friday. A lot of activity going on in Warren County Public Schools this weekend. Some discussion there with the officials, but they get everything set. We'll give you the rundown what's going on tomorrow night. Of course, Gibson Southern out of Indiana just across the bridge there from Owensboro at South Warren tonight. Russellville at Warren East. Homecoming football tonight. And South Warren volleyball's at the Taylor County Tournament. Salke, high snap. And gives it, and that is a good 13-yard run by Ira Mateos. So Ira Mateos gets his first score of the night. And that comes at the 4:36 mark here in the first quarter. And that was a 13-yard run. 20-6 now. They'll go for 2 on the extra point attempt. Now they line up for the kick. Mason Clark to attempt the extra point.
Offside is called against the Dragons. We'll replay the try.
Dragons were a little antsy on that. I'm not sure if they'll accept the penalty here or if they'll enforce it on the kickoff. And I think that's what the official is talking with the Greenwood captain about. So Clark ready to attempt the extra point right here. Snap is down. The kick looks and is good. So Clark's kick is good. It is now 21-6. Greenwood. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come. This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
huge thanks to Curtis Mackley and Mingy Beef Jerky for helping providing our Prep Spin platform. We appreciate all that they do and support of Prep Spin and high school sports. Of course, they are the sponsor of the Mingy Beef Jerky Girls Sweet 16 basketball tournament. So I would say Mr. Patterson is deep for Warren Central. Will he get another 88-yard run? Will they stop him? But we're still in the first quarter. It's 21-6 with 4:36 to go. Yeah, we've got another whistle stopping things at the moment. Looking for our referee, and I don't see him back deep there. There he is. Okay, I see him. Got unsportsmanlike conduct against Warren Central. All right, not sure where that came from.
Sideline warning has been assessed.
Sideline warning against Warren Central. Okay.
Greenwood will be kicking from the Warren Central 45-yard line.
Well, that's 15 more yards for Warren Central to have to return the kickoff back. So Clark will kick it off. High booming kick will go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So no chance for D'Angelo Patterson to return that one.
Goes into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 Warren Central from their own 20-yard line.
So Dragons will put the ball in play. Well, the one play that they have run resulted in a fumble, and Greenwood was able to return it a few plays later for a touchdown. So the Dragons at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they get more than one play this time. So A.J. Ame, the quarterback. Malik Ferguson is his setback. Ame got pressure coming. Lofton Howard right as he throws it. The pass is complete. And it'll be a Dragon first down into the hands of Omari Glover. Ame right at the last moment. Lofton Howard was breathing down his neck. He let it go. Glover right there along the sideline catches, and it's a first down for the Dragons. Clock rolling at 4:26, just first quarter action tonight. We've already had 4 touchdowns scored in this quarter. Far hash mark. Man in motion. They give it to him. That is D'Angelo Patterson out to the 38.
Patterson on the carry. Tackled by a host of Gators.
Paul Smith leading the way for Greenwood on the tackle.
Yards. Be 2nd and 7 from the Warren Central 38-yard line.
Got 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. Dragons at their own 38-yard line. We're under 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Ame has a wing back in motion, and we've got some movement. Illegal procedure against the Dragons.
False start on the Dragons.
Somebody on the front line there moved.
Play 2nd down. Be 2nd and 12 from the Warren Central 33-yard line.
They'll back up the Dragons 5 yards. They've had a couple of penalties tonight. First and about 12 from their own 33. KJ Ame in motion. Now AJ just keeps it, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and nowhere else to go.
Ame on the carry. Met first at the line by 44.
No gain, 3rd down and 12.
Gain on the play will be 3rd and 12 from the Warren Central 33-yard line.
Clock rolling as we near the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Mike Clef on the camera. Great job as normal. Glad to have you all with us here on this Friday night on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network, powered by Prep Spin and WBKO. Timeout, Warren Central. 2:36 to go, first quarter. It's Greenwood 21, Warren Central 6. You are watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
After the game, you can't go wrong. Rafferty's on Scottsville Road in Bowling Green. False start against the Dragons again. Cost them another 5. It'll be 3rd and 17 from their 28-yard line. Of course, if you're traveling, they're down in the Georgia area, down in the Nashville and Jackson, Tennessee areas. All over in Kentucky, up in Evansville, Indiana. There's a Rafferty's near you. You go to the one here on Scottsville Road. Tell my good friend John Renfro hello. He's the managing general partner. He's off right now. He's had a few days off. But we appreciate him, Scott Lindsay, and all the folks at Rafferty's for their support. Looking to pass, He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man. That is Glover. It's caught and out of bounds at the Greenwood 38-yard line. Omari Glover went up, got it, and got about 10 extra yards after catching it. And the Dragons make up for a couple of penalties there. It's 1st and 10 Dragons at the Greenwood 37. Still 2:26 here in the first quarter. Greenwood leading Warren Central 21-6. Good look at the Dragon cheerleaders. There was a penalty that was declined. Okay, that was not tacked on, so it was a declined penalty. Did not see the flag on that. But the Dragons on the move. Man in motion. Ame on the give. Around the left end and out of bounds. On the carry for the Dragons. That was KJ Ame. Came from the slot on the far side. Just handed right off. Tanner Trent, one of the deep backs for Greenwood on the tackle. 2:15 first quarter. 2nd down and 7 for the Dragons at the Gator 30-yard line. Warren Central in the navy blue. Ame gives it, fakes. They give it straight up the middle. Couple of yards by Ferguson, Malik Ferguson. He'll be near the first down, might be just shy. Be less than a yard. Needs less than a yard. 3rd and 1 for the Dragons. Well, the Dragons, since that first possession, they've, on this possession here, showing they can move the ball. They've run it a little bit. They've had some success throwing. Of course, their score so far has only come from a kickoff return. Greenwood took advantage of a fumble earlier in the quarter. So we're down to a minute 33. AJ Ame turns. He should have it. The official here on the sideline, they'll go by his right foot, and it looks good enough for a Dragon first down. Oh, okay. Looked like from here he might have had it, but it is Well, what are they going to do? Are they going to measure? Are they going to say it's fourth down? It was close. No, it's first down. Okay. Well, they announced it as no gain, but it looked like the official there on the side had given him the first down. So it's 1st and 10 Dragons at the 27-yard line of Greenwood. In motion, they give it to Patterson. Patterson looking to cut outside, cuts back inside. Not much room there. Lofton Howard in on the tackle along with Tanner Trent for Greenwood. Got a yard, 2nd and 9, as we're under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Greenwood on top, 21-6. Dragons getting set up. Probably the last play of the quarter. Running the time down. In the backfield now is Devin Poston. Hand up fake to him. Ame, he's going to keep it around the right end. Ame is hit at the 25-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, Lofton Howard over there.
Ame on the carry. Tackled by number 16, Howard.
That'll end the first quarter. Greenwood, 21. Warren Central, 6. This is the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Start them out young, coming to the ball game. I know mine growing up always loved to come. They'd sit with me while I was doing radio many years ago, or as I grew older and they were involved. So it's fun to bring the kids along to the games.
As we start the second quarter of the play, it'll be 3rd and 9, Warren Central from the Greenwood 26-yard line.
Dragons are on the move as we start the second quarter. 3rd down and 9. Dragons now moving from left to right. Lofton Howard chasing Ame and will get him for a sack. Lofton Howard is playing some kind of football game tonight on both sides of the ball.
Tackled by 16, Howard for a loss on the play.
That moves it all the way back to the 34-yard line. They've got to get down to the 18. Be 4th and 16. The Dragons will go for it. They don't have a field goal kicker for this length, so they'll go for it. Unless Ame decides to step back and quick kick it, he is the team's punter. Ame gets it, looking, throws a quick hitter. He has a man and is out of his hands. Kel Scott, the wide receiver, turned and forgot to catch it. So the Dragons turn it over on downs. So the Gators now will have it 1st and 10 from their own 37. Coming up tomorrow, boys soccer, North Hardin will be at South Warren. Warren Central will take on Marshall County and Paducah Tillman over at Marshall County tomorrow. Girls soccer, Warren East on the road at Barron County. Cross country, South Warren and Warren Central at Central Hardin's meet. And golf, South Warren and Greenwood boys and girls are at the BGIT. And, of course, we have Warren East at Greenwood boys soccer tomorrow night. That's Brock on the carry. He's met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard gain. Tevin Bigby leading the way on the tackle for the Dragons.
Be 2nd and 6 from the Warren Central 41-yard line.
He got a second down about 8 from the 35-yard line. They've got to get out to the 44. Handoff. Around the right side is Lofton Howard, or excuse me, that is going to be Jalen Brock. Brock will be about a yard or two short of the first down.
Matthews on the carry, tackled by number 32, Poston for the Dragons. Be 3rd and 1.
Devin Poston on the tackle for Warren Central. Be 3rd down and a yard from the 42-yard line. Greenwood has it. Salke with Brock back in the backfield. A couple of wing backs near the line of scrimmage. They give it to Long around the right end. He has the first down. He's across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Devin Poston on the tackle once again for Warren Central. Get a good look at the Greenwood student section across the way. They're out in force tonight. Of course, as we remember tomorrow, 9/11, 20 years ago. I remember where I was. I think a lot of people do too. Salke. Fakes to Long, going to throw deep. Got a man going downfield for Mateos. He had it and dropped it. And he probably scores, although he was not in full stride. He was kind of a half stride when the ball got to him. It'd been tough to tackle him, but he might have gotten in, but one of those, you just had to catch it and see what happens. 9.5 minutes, still halftime. Greenwood 21, Warren Central 6. Gators' 4th offensive possession of the game. A couple of receivers come our way. One lone wingback with Salke. Fakes to Brock. Mateos just comes in for a little curl. Trying to jig his way, and he does for a first down. He gets down to the 42-yard line, 43-yard line. Amari Glover makes a tackle for Warren Central, and that is right on the first down markers.
Good enough for a Greenwood first down.
Clock rolling right at 9 minutes in the first half. Mateos gets it on the handoff, just turns up the middle. Dragon stuff at Tevin Bigby. Just grabs him from behind and says, no more, sir.
Tackle on the play by 56, Bigby.
Maybe a yard, 2 gain. They're going to give him to the 39, so they got 3. Second down about 7. Hash mark nearest to us. Raises that leg, sends Long in motion to the far side. Fake to Brock, pressure coming from behind, and that caused the overthrow. He had a man downfield, but pressure from behind right when he was trying to throw it, Salke, and he was hit as he was letting go of it and forced the ball to go up a little high and a little long. Clock stops at 8:06 in the first half. They're down 7 at the Dragon 39. Salke back, got a screen, has it to Telltale Long. He has room to run. Picks his spot and gets down to the 27-yard line. KJ Ami on the tackle. Got a flag, so hold your horses here. Let's see. Could that have been a hold on the run? Dead ball, personal foul against Warren Central. Okay. So that's 15 yards from that spot there.
15 yards after the carry.
And I know Mark Nelson's not happy about that. That's something that'll get cleaned up at halftime. He does not like stuff like that to happen. So the Gators 1st and 10 at the Dragon 14-yard line. You get a good look in the backfield of Greenwood. Brock has it straight up the middle. Pulls his way down to the 4-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Gators. He might have gotten to the 3. They'll mark it at the 4.
Brought down by a host of Dragons. Game good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal. Greenwood from the Warren Central 4-yard line.
Gators, 4th possession of the night, threatening to score for the 4th time tonight. Salke gets the high snap, gives it to Telltale Long. He's in. Or is he? Looked like he got his helmet across, and they're going to say he's just shy. It looked like from our view here with Mike's camera work that he got across, but the officials on the side said nope. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1. Let's see if they give it to Long again. Or maybe you just go quarterback sneak it. Yep, there you go. Salke's in. Quarterback sneak it. You're that close. You were inside the 1-yard line. So here in the second quarter, it's at the 6:48 mark before we get the first score. James Salke on a 1-yard run. 27-6 Greenwood. Clark to attempt the extra point. Kick is good. 28-6, 6:48 to go in the first half. Greenwood leading Warren Central. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
6:48 mark here in the first half. Greenwood 28, Warren Central 6. Greenwood has scored on every possession here in the first half. Clark to kick off. Deep kick taken at around the 15-yard line by Patterson. Cuts up to the middle, 25, 30, 35, out to the 38-yard line. Good return. Lofton Howard. So Lofton Howard playing both sides of the ball. And he's doing everything, making tackles, played quarterback, he's run the ball, done a little bit of everything. Yeah, coach's son. Should be able to do everything, right? The Dragons on offense again. They turned it over on downs their last possession. They're a lone score on a kickoff return. Ame with Poston in the backfield, wing back in motion. And there is the throw out. Had it. Kel Scott right to him and dropped it. Couldn't get a grasp on it. All he had to do was catch it and turn up. They had it set up perfectly for him. You see Mark Nelson Long-time football coach, been an assistant, been a head coach several different places. He's coached some down in Tennessee. Most of his time in Kentucky. Here they give it. Hand off to Patterson. Patterson tries to get a block and nowhere to go. He's just swarmed. He's going to reverse his field. He's got to turn it on, cut to the outside. He's got some room to the 40. What a great job by Patterson out to the 46-yard line. It looked like here in front of the Warren Central bench he was going to get tackled, but he was able to reverse field. And we got a Gator hobbling up. And we got a Dragon down across the way. Yeah, he pops up. That's D'Angelo Patterson. Now, maybe just needed a breather for just a second. He's all right. He'll have to come out. As you can see, Patterson talking with Coach Stinson of Warren Central coming off the field. They've set out a play. 6:04 to go in the half. 28-6. Greenwood. Central ball. Third down and short. Ball loose, fumble, Central falls on it. They'll lose some yardage. It'll be fourth down. Get a good look at some of the folks here from Warren Central. A little youngster there. Perfect timing, Mike. Gets that drool here at the ball game. Dragons will have to punt it away. 4th and 7 for the Dragons from their own 42-yard line. We're at 5.5 minutes to go first half. And A.J. Ame will kick.
Taylor on the punt for the Dragons.
Okay. All right, got a different punter this time. We got Taylor. Jeremiah Taylor will punt. Gets it off. High kick. Hits somebody and bounces to the 48-yard line. So Greenwood will get great field position. As the Dragons downed it before it crossed back over midfield. 1st and 10, Greenwood. Scored twice within a minute. Matter of fact, all of our scoring in the first quarter happened within just over 3.5 minutes. 4 different scores. Only had one score here in the second quarter. They're coming after, and almost, or is it intercepted? It is. Picked off. Warren Central comes up with it. And that is Jeremiah Taylor. Comes up with a big interception, and the Dragons get a turnover. So the Gators turn it over for the first time tonight. Pass interception by Jeremiah Taylor, so the Dragons have it in Gator territory at the 48-yard line. Halftime, we'll try to get you updated on some scores involving Warren County Public Schools teams. The other 2 schools are in action tonight. Warren East Homecoming hosting Russellville. South Warren hosting Gibson Southern of Indiana. Ame at quarterback. Rides his fullback through there. No, pulls it out. He keeps it himself. He'll lose back to the 50-yard line. So he's going to lose 2 on the play. Might have should have given it to the fullback post in there. Dragon cheerleaders handing out some shirts, throwing out the balls. Everybody loves to get one of those souvenir footballs at the game. I'm sure Mike will get one thrown at him. He'll probably catch it. 4:15, first half, clock rolling, Central possession, right at midfield. Give on the handoff to Poston. Poston nowhere to go. Might have lost another yard. Gators right there to bring him down. Paul Smith.
Short loss on the play. The 3rd and long from the Warren Central 49-yard line.
3rd about 13 for the Dragons. Clock rolling, 3:35 and a half. Greenwood on top, 28-6. Double reverse, and Greenwood's right there to snuff it out. Patterson nowhere to go. He's going to lose some yardage back to the 46-yard line. The Gators snuffed that one out. Once again, Paul Smith back there causing havoc. Lofton Howard back there for the Gators. Also back there for the Gators was Zach Simpson, 72. Jared Brock, 56, also back there for Greenwood. So it's 4th down for the Dragons. They'll have to punt away. So after coming up with the interception, their offense is kind of stalled as it went backwards. Flag on the play. It's got to be a legal procedure against Warren Central.
Flag on the play.
Cost them 5 more.
The legal procedure has been assessed to the Dragons. Be a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
4th down from their own 41 now. They'll kick it away. Clock rolling at the 2:35 mark here in the first half. Bouncing snap. Going to have to run with it. Not much he can do. Can't punt it. And the Gators will take over at the Central 30-yard line.
Mundy on the carry.
Not much that Deshaun Mundy could do. The ball bounced right in front of him. He picked it up. No way to punt it. So the Gators will have 2:23 to go here in the half at the Dragon 32-yard line. Leading 28-6. Zalke throws it out for Mateos. Mateos. Couple of nice moves down the sideline. Still on his feet out at the 10-yard line. So Mateos at the 11-yard line. Boy, what some nice moves did he make. Really shuffling those feet there, shifting those hips around and forcing a couple of missed tackles. Nearing the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Stepped out of bounds, so clock starts when the ball is snapped. Back to how they give it. To the 5, the 4, still bullying his way down to the 2-yard line. Going to be Brock.
Brock on the carry. Gain of 13 yards and good enough for a first.
Gray on the tackle for Warren Central. Weiser Gray. Under 2 minutes here in the first half. Gators' 5th possession of the night. They've scored. That's good. 6th possession. They've scored 4 times. They turned it over once. Straight ahead. That's a touchdown. Zalke. Zalke scores at the minute 46. This is his 2nd touchdown of the quarter. That's another 1-yard run. Clark to attempt the extra point for Greenwood. And it is good. Short drive by Greenwood. 35-6 Greenwood 1:46 to go in the first half. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Gators to kick off, leading 35-6 over Warren Central here at Warren Central tonight.
Taylor and Patterson set to receive.
Looks like we've got a penalty as Greenwood will kick off.
Sportsmanlike conduct has been assessed to the Gators.
Okay, on sportsmanlike conduct. Both teams have had a little bit of that tonight, so they'll kick off from the 25-yard line. The Dragons should get good field position out of this. Clark ready to kick it off for Greenwood. Patterson fields it at the 27-yard line. Up the middle. Now bounces to the outside. Makes a couple of good moves. Drags a couple of Gators with him out to the 48-yard line.
Patterson on the carry.
So D'Angelo Patterson's been a good weapon on the special teams here for Warren Central tonight. So the Dragons have 1:39 to work with remaining here in the first half. Let's see how wide open Mark Nelson wants to be with the offense. A.J. Ami, the quarterback. Two slots, man in motion. He's going to give it. And they're to Poston. Poston, maybe a yard, maybe two. Get to the 49, be 2nd and 8. May play it conservative here. Yeah, he might throw it deep once or twice here. You got 1:18, clock rolling in the half. You don't want to give Greenwood much time and good field position. One minute to go in the half. Ame looking, pressure from behind. Breaks away from it and runs into a bull there for Greenwood. Runs right in.
Ame on the carry.
One of the Gators.
First by 56.
Jared Brock leading the way. He got out of bounds, so it stops the clock.
3rd and long from the Warren Central 43-yard line.
3rd and 14 at the 43 of Warren Central. Now Central has offense ready to go. Now we got to delay a game. No 25-second clocks are on the field here tonight. That's one thing they've got to get put up. They don't have they don't have that luxury to look and see how much time they got left. They've got to have an internal clock going. I know Mark Nelson not happy about some of the penalties here in the first half. Posted in the backfield with A.J. Ame. Back to pass. Ame looking. Got a little screen to Poston. 40, 45. Boys, he hit hard. Elmo Stewart with a big hit for Greenwood. 41 seconds.
Ame's pass is caught by 32 Poston.
And we got a flag. Got a
Flag on the play.
Got a block below the knees, I believe, what they're going to get there. Chop block, I believe is what they're going to say. That'd be against Central. That'll move them back. So what they've gained will be negated by the penalty. Unless, I don't know what they're talking about here, but they'll get it figured out. Oh, they're going to wave the flag off. Okay. No flag on the play.
There is no flag on the play. Be fourth.
So the Dragons be fourth down. Fourth and 12 from their own 45-yard line. They'll go for it. Clock rolling with 38 seconds. Ame throws a little quick slant in. It's up in the air, intended for Glover. And on the defensive secondary, they tried to come up with it. And Greenwood will take over with 32 seconds to go in the first half. Warren Central's had some positive plays tonight. They've had some drop passes. Definitely would have gotten them some more yardage and possibly some big plays. I'm sure just one play is all that William Howard will run here. We'll see if they take a knee or maybe throw it up one time. Salke gives it to Brock, gives it to Long. Long on the ground to the 30, 25. They finally bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll move the chains and then start the clock up. 24 seconds to go in the half. And we have a timeout. Greenwood will take a timeout with 24 seconds. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Gators after the timeout, 24 seconds to go. Here in the first half, leading 35-6. They run it on the ground. That should probably be the last play of the half. Salke, Mateos. And he's down to the 7-yard line. Clock rolling. Timeout. Got an injured player coming off, I believe. But no, he's just going over to get the play. First and goal, Greenwood at the 6 with 14 seconds, and now Greenwood wants a timeout. Get the play called that they want. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Greenwood with 14 seconds to go in the half. Salke back to pass. Pressure throws. He's got Long, and Long is going to be at the 1 yard line. He's going to be denied at the 1 with 8.7 seconds. He got knocked out of bounds. And the Gators will take their final timeout here in the first half. 8.7 seconds. Greenwood stopped at the 1 yard line on that play. As William Howard brings his entire offense over. So they still have a little time left to work with. 8.7 seconds to go here in the first half. We'll scour everything and try to get you other scores involving Warren County Public Schools teams. South Warren playing at home. Warren East playing at home tonight. William Howard has the play he wants in. Both teams back to the line of scrimmage. Will Salke call his number for the third straight score here in the second quarter? Third and 1, and we got some movement. So the ball will be moved from the 1 to the half-yard line. Central bunches it right in all the gaps there on the defense. Salke gives Brock. No, Salke keeps, or Lofton Howard. Is Lofton Howard in at quarterback? He's going to get the score. Why not reward Lofton? He's played well. 1 yard run for him. Comes with 5.4 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Reward him for his effort tonight. So Lofton Howard scores. That's the fourth touchdown of the year rushing for Lofton Howard. The extra point is good. Clark kicks. And it's now 42-6 Greenwood. So Warren Central will have the opportunity to return the kickoff back, and then we'll go to halftime. Nice crowd on hand at Warren Central tonight, enjoying this great weather. Crescent moon off to our west, just past Warren Elementary over there. We're at 70 degrees here at kickoff. Over the next little bit, we expect to drop by the end of the game about 1 to 2 degrees. So a very comfortable evening. Hopefully we'll have good weather for soccer tomorrow night. Warren East boys at Greenwood. 6:50 airtime. That's Central Time. Glad to have you wherever you're watching our live stream. You're busy working and listening. We'd love to hear from you, how you're watching our live streams. Whether you're on your phone, you're on your iPad, your laptop, your big screen. We'd sure love to hear from you that how you're watching us. We appreciate all the comments, as we are still a work in progress. Clark to kick off for Greenwood. Little squib. Patterson picks it up to the sideline, tried to get there, but never could get the ball comfortably under his grasp there, and he's brought down. It's the halftime comes to a close. It's Greenwood 42, Warren Central 6. Mike Cleff will join us at halftime. We'll get his take on the first half as you see the teams exiting the field. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called SmartPack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. SmartPack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about SmartPack.
We're at halftime here at Warren Central. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleft on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network. And Mike, that first half, Greenwood may have scored 42 points, but I would not necessarily call it dominating. You might say it was earned.
Yes. That's a good way to put it, Scott. And you know, to Greenwood's credit, they have not taken Warren Central lightly. They have made plays on both offense and defense, and obviously have a big lead at halftime. As for Warren Central, Scott, we've seen 2 games here. They play hard. They're going to get things going in the right direction, no question about it. And I think what Mark Nelson and his staff are going to be telling their players, they love the aggressiveness. They want them to play hard. They do. But what's happened so far in 1.5 quarters, or I should say a game and a half here at Joe Hood Field, is Coach Nelson and staff saying we have to clean up the penalties. We have to clean that up if we're going to get this thing going in the right direction.
Especially the unsportsmanlike.
Yes.
Because he had, if you remember the Trigg County game, he had a player ejected, so not available tonight. And, and so those are the kinds of things he wants. The other things are going to happen, but you got to clean up what you were talking about.
Yeah, and again, they want the enthusiasm. They want the effort. They're getting that. But it's kind of like going over a cliff. You can go right up into the edge, but then you got to stop. Easier said than done when you're going full speed. And again, for Greenwood, you can tell they've got something good going. And I think the only thing that they would say is obviously they were flagged for some things as well, but well-rounded performance. I think obviously they had on the kickoff return, which was boy, what a return by that young man on the Dragons.
D'Angelo Patterson.
And I'll tell you something. I was looking on the sidelines if they had an oxygen mask for him, and he could use one. He's been out on that field running a lot. But solid performance by the Gators. You said it best, Scott. Earned. And now they've gotten something where I think you're going to see Coach Howard and staff. Let's see what some of these younger guys can do. I believe they're going to have a running clock to start the second
yes,
half.
We're at that 36-point mark, yes.
Right. And again, they are getting out of tonight what they wanted, and that is obviously a victory. They got that big lead early, or I should say early second quarter, and now they just want to see the effort on their end. And at the same time, they don't want that enthusiasm to carry over, because when you mention unsportsmanlike penalties, if it results in an ejection, it obviously has a carryover effect. So, or it could have a carryover effect, and Greenwood definitely does not want that to happen.
No doubt. Just getting an update here from Warren East. Appreciate Principal Jonathan Vincent checking in.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Russellville leading Warren East 20-7 in the third quarter over there, so we appreciate that. Don't have an update on South Horn, but we'll keep checking through halftime. Get you updates on that. But, if you want to look at the Greenwood scoring, their longest score, 13 yards. Okay, they've had 3 one-yard runs, a 13-yard run, a 7-yard run, and a 5-yard run.
Yep.
So that tells you something about this Central defense. They've not given up that big play like we saw Greenwood get against Allen County Scottsville last week.
Yeah, that's a great point, Scott. And Greenwood has been getting their yards between the tackles, and you mentioned it. They're getting them in, it seems like maybe 8, 9, 10-yard chunks, but not, like you said, the big plays, the 35, 40, 45, chunk plays. The few times that Greenwood has thrown, Warren Central's defended that pretty well. But again, the Gators look like they're going to go 4-0. They deserve it. We talked about this with Greenwood last week. Coach Howard, his staff, and his players really have something special brewing. Great chemistry, and I mentioned Coach Howard. The younger Howard, number 16, once again has been all over the field.
Oh, I mean, he deserved that touchdown for the way he's played in this first half.
Yep.
The tackles he's made, ran quarterback, handed off. He's just been everywhere, done it all, and gave him an opportunity to score. And he got in.
Yep.
And one thing about Warren Central, a lot of positiveness. They've had a lot of positive plays, some nice runs. They've had some opportunity passing. They've had some easy passes dropped.
They have. And Scott, and I know you've talked about this during the first half, and forgive me at times because of the public address system, and I'm not criticizing them, they do a great job, but we still have not seen a full Warren Central roster. No. And so in defense of them, let's see this play out when they get a full roster. And they've got some young men that are playing out of position, stepping up. And again, they're playing shorthanded. They're not going to use that as an excuse, but I do think, and I'm sure you mentioned that on more than one occasion in the first half.
Yeah, no doubt. And on the pregame that the intended quarterback for Warren Central, he's not even dressing tonight. He should be back next week. So you get people in different positions where you can utilize them best instead of you putting someone at quarterback and basically learning on the fly.
Yep.
It makes a big difference. We're going to come back. It's halftime. Michael, stay with us a little bit. Greenwood 42, Warren Central 6. We'll update some other scores. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
We're at halftime at Warren Central. How about 5 minutes to go in the game? Quick play game out at South Warren. And it is 42-7 South Warren leading Gibson Southern of Indiana. And it's been a running clock since, halftime. So we'll have a running clock here, but they're a little ahead of us. I don't think they've, the flags, we've had excessive number, but if they need to be called, they've been thrown. We get it.
Yes.
I do want to mention one thing. Sure. Up in Louisville, something going on.
Okay.
Of course, we lost Louisville Central football coach Ty Scroggins earlier this year to COVID. Working for the KHSAA as many years, I worked football sidelines and other things during football. The opportunity to meet and talk with him, just a gracious, giving man. They're dedicating that stadium tonight. And hats off to Commissioner Julian Tackett. He's there tonight, and just I think that's a great tribute to him. I did not know him real personally, but I think that's just awesome to honor him for what he did. He was just a very caring and giving man outside the football field, but a very father-like figure to so many at Louisville Central for so many years, and I just want to mention that. I think that's just great what they're doing up there in his honor. I'm
glad you mentioned that, Scott. 4 years ago when I was at Kroger Field covering the state football finals, covering Franklin Simpson, I met Coach Scroggins, met Ty Scroggins. He was on the field and saw me with the video camera, came over and introduced himself. He treated me like he had known me for 20 years. And there's one of my favorite sayings in life: you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And he certainly made a wonderful first impression with me. He's a kind of a guy that I was like, wow, and then several other people, obviously I'd heard of him, but everyone else came over and said, he's a legend. He's a legend.
Well, and, he's a very imposing figure if you look at him.
Yes.
And you would not think, then all of a sudden he's got that smile, and it's it's just a warming personality that, you would think here's this big gruff football coach. Complete opposite.
Teddy bear-like.
Yes,
he really is.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So I just wanted to mention that.
I'm really glad you did, Scott. And I did read about this this morning very briefly before I went to work, and I just thought, whoever put that together, way to go. You mentioned it, and you mentioned Mr. Tackett. Very very classy for him to be there.
Yeah. All right, we're at halftime. We've got you update. East losing to Russellville at home on homecoming. South Warren winning. Greenwood winning here tonight. Second half, we're going to have a running clock, but there's still some positiveness if you're Warren Central and Mark Nelson. If you cut down those mistakes, a little more ball control, some sustained drives maybe, but they've got some speed. They're going to get the second half kickoff. D'Angelo Patterson could run that back in a heartbeat.
Sure.
Well, he really, all of a sudden we had a game 14-6, and we hadn't even played half the first quarter.
Yes.
You know, and you're going, okay, here we go. Get those chin straps buckled.
Mm-hmm.
But Greenwood methodically, you know, they took advantage of a fumble, you know, and a couple of turnover on downs. But, you know, they've earned it 42-6 right now. So both teams should be coming out to finish up their warm-ups. We're going to take this break. We'll come back. We'll have second half action. Mike, thanks for joining us here at halftime. We'll talk to you after the game.
Okay, sounds great, Scott.
42-6, Greenwood leading Warren Central on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Clock ticking down here at halftime. We'll have a running clock here in the second half. Greenwood leading 42-6. As we told you, Russellville beating Warren East. That was over in the third quarter, 20-7. And South Warren was beating Gibson Southern of Indiana 42-7. That one should be close to ending, as they got a running clock early in that game. So Greenwood will kick off to Warren Central. Dragons will get the first possession here of the second half. And the dangerous D'Angelo Patterson will be back for Warren Central.
Dragons will receive to start the second half.
The Gators are ready. The Dragons break from the sideline. Also dropping deep for Warren Central will be Jeremiah Taylor. Clark's ready. Third quarter is ready to get started here at Warren Central. A very comfortable 69 degrees as we start the second half here on Morgantown Road in Bowling Green, Kentucky at Warren Central High School's Joe Hood Field. Going to bounce. Picked up at around the 8-yard line. Patterson having trouble with it. Up the middle to the 20, and that's about it. Couldn't get cut to the outside. He cut up, and then there was a host of Gators there to stop him. So the Dragons will start 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. A.J. Ame brings the team up. Just underway here in the third quarter. Ame has a man in motion. That's Patterson. Looking for a little throw out, and it is complete to Glover. And Greenwood almost picked that off. Elmo Stewart cut in front there, or he was just very close to picking that off on that throw. Glover pick up about 4 to the 24-yard line for Warren Central. As they're at the line of scrimmage, they gather the receivers and backs. Call their play there at the line, basically. Ame back to pass. Looking, going to throw it deep. Got a man, and it's Patterson, complete out to the 48-yard line. They'll mark it at the 48. Patterson went up high to get it on the pass from A.J. Ame. And that combination looks pretty good right there. Big gainer for the Dragons as they get it almost to midfield, 1st and 10. They're on 48. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Ame will give it. Bowling his way to the 49, maybe a yard. That's Ferguson. Malik Ferguson, about a yard, 2nd and 9 now for the Dragons at their own 49-yard line. They trail Greenwood 42-6 here tonight. Dragons are home against Allen County Scottsville next Friday night. That's a district ball game. Brad Hood will bring his Patriots to Joe Hood Field. Ame looking, going to throw it deep again. Got a receiver, and it is going to be complete. Omari Glover at the 20-yard line of Greenwood. It looked like the defender, Stewart, had it for Greenwood, but Glover comes away with it, so the Dragons with a couple of big pass plays are on the move.
Be 1st and 10 from the Greenwood 20-yard line.
Dragons moving the ball in the air. Isolating one-on-one deep as Ame's able to get the high throw up, and the receivers are able to go get it. Glover, Patterson in motion. That is KJ Ame on the run down near the 15-yard line. About 5. They give him 4.
Gain good enough for 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the Greenwood 17-yard line.
Yeah, they gave him just 3 on the play. He got to the 17. Looked like he might have gotten to the 16, but it's at the 17-yard line. Clock rolling, 8 minutes here in the third quarter. Central has had possession since the kickoff. A.J. Ame kept it himself. Nowhere to go. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by a host of Gators on the play for
leading the way for the Gators. I got a couple of numbers on here on the playing tonight that we don't have on the roster, so we'll have to get those figured out for you. But Ame brings up the Dragons, 3rd down and 7. They gave him forward progress, it looks like. Ame with a quick throw to Glover. Glover trying to get to the outside, stiff arm, but nowhere to go. On the tackle, Gray Price.
Ame's pass is complete to Glover for a loss on the play.
Bring up 4th down, so Central, a couple of good long pass plays. Looked like they were going to threaten to score. Now they've gone backwards just a little bit. It's 4th and 11 at the Greenwood 23. We're at 6:45 here, 3rd quarter. Ame looking, got a man open. Patterson at the 20. That's about it. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and Greenwood will take over on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover and downs. It'll be 1st and 10 Greenwood.
So Greenwood takes over on downs. Clock rolling, 6:18, 3rd quarter. We do have a running clock. Greenwood leading 42-6. This will be the Gators' first possession here in the 2nd half. Gators get everybody set. Cooper Davis in the backfield. Oh, high snap. And the Gators follow in. Or did Central come up with it? It looks like maybe Central's Malik Ferguson may have come up with it. No, it's going to be Greenwood ball. Or did they? Did they? The referee signaled 2nd down. But let's see for the official to make the, yep, okay, it is. That back judge came in and said, yeah, it was recovered. So Malik Ferguson recovers a bad snap by Greenwood, recovers the fumble, so the Dragons get it back deep in Greenwood territory. 1st and goal at the Greenwood 8-yard line. Now can the Dragons capitalize on the turnover? Ball on that far hash mark for Ame. Runs to the short side, gives it to his brother KJ Ame.
Ame on the carry. No gain on the play. It will be 2nd and goal from the Greenwood 8-yard line.
Basically no gain. 2nd and goal from the 8. 4:38 here, 3rd quarter. They get the play in. They've got the near side towards us is the wide side of the field. So let's see if they try to isolate over here. They've got a receiver, Glover. Let's see if they try to throw it to him in the corner. Yep, gonna throw it up. Glover in the corner, and he is caught. Touchdown, Dragons. How about that? So the Dragons on the board here at the 4:14 mark. As Omari Glover, one-on-one in that corner. And that was an 8-yard pass from A.J. Ame. The Dragons will go for the extra point.
Dragons will attempt the 2-point conversion.
Ame looking to throw, and he's going to be sacked, so the run will fail.
The 2-point attempt is no good.
So it's 42-12, Greenwood leading. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance, it's not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Well, the Dragons get on the board. That 8-yard pass, Omari Glover from A.J. Ami. The extra point attempt failed. Is 42-12 now. So the Dragons with a big score after the turnover. They recovered a fumble on a bad snap. Great field position. The Dragons will kick it off. Involving one of the Warren County Public Schools middle schools, the South Warren softball team. 2 wins tonight at the Franklin Simpson tournament for middle school. 14-4 game 1 against Drakes Creek and 11-1 against Franklin Simpson. They'll play Butler County tomorrow. So congratulations, Warren County, South Warren softball, middle school softball. And we have an offside, I'm sure, against Warren Central, the way it looks up here. Be a 5-yard penalty.
Offsides on the play. Warren Central will re-kick.
Well, hope you're enjoying watching us on the Prep Spin Facebook page, the YouTube channel for Prep Spin, Periscope on Twitter, also our go.prepspin page, and the wbko.com/prepspin. Multiple ways. Of course, if you have the Roku or Fire TV apps, look for the Prep Spin app and you put us up on your TV. Watch us there. All live, free, and in HD. Taken by one of the upbacks at the 31-yard line for Greenwood. About to the 41, maybe a 10-yard return. So the Gators start 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line, 41-yard line. Running clock here, 42-12. It was 42-6 at the half. That's how we have the running clock. Even though the score may be less than 36, once you reach a 36-point margin, it will be a running clock. Got a new quarterback, Dawson Drake. Looks like for Greenwood. He is a 5'10" sophomore. Handoff. Looks like we've got a bunch of new Gators in there. Looks like maybe some numbers have been added that we do not have on the roster.
Gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5 at the Greenwood 47-yard line.
2:50 to go, third quarter. End around by Albert Labanfu. That'll be good enough for a Gator first down.
Labanfu on the carry. Gain good enough for a Greenwood first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Warren Central 46-yard line.
Ame, that was his first touchdown pass of the year for Glover. First and 10, the Gators. Straight ahead. On the give to Cooper Davis, a sophomore. About 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 for Greenwood at the Warren Central 41-yard line. Devin Poston for Warren Central making the tackle.
6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the Warren Central 41-yard line.
counter back this way. Still on his feet. Inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Caleb Williams, a freshman. In the fourth quarter, Bowling Green leads Hopkinsville 31-0. We'll have Bowling Green at South Warren coming up on October 1st, Friday night. Where South Warren ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the state in 5A. Bowling Green was in the top 10, I believe. Gators with a give around the end.
Davis on the carry, brought down by Poston on the play.
Once again, Davis carries.
Greenwood first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Greenwood at the Warren Central 25-yard line.
As we're winding down the third quarter. Probably get off one more play, possibly. Down to 17 seconds, and I believe that will do it. End of the third quarter, Greenwood 42, Warren Central 12. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
What can a huge law firm do for you? A paralegal can take your every call. Your file may be sent out of state. You're unlikely to ever meet the attorney you see on TV. Do you really want a huge law firm with hundreds of lawyers? If the answer is no, call me. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
Start the fourth quarter, Greenwood will be moving to the right of your screen there. They're in the white. And now at quarterback, looks like Ryan Huff, a 5'11 freshman.
1st and 5 from the Warren Central 20-yard line.
Pick up 5. On the penalty, be 1st and 5 from the Central 20-yard line. So the new quarterback, Ryan Huff. Mishandled there. Huff keeps up onto it as Cooper Davis didn't take it from him. I think it was supposed to go to Davis. Mishandled between there, so still got maybe a 2-yard gain out of it. 2nd down and 8. A lot of different faces out there for Greenwood right now. If we can catch some of them. J.D. Crosland on the front line. Caleb Williams is in there for Greenwood. Gage Blankenship. Andrew Thomas on the line. Try to get some of those guys here in a minute for you. Double fake, looking to throw. Huff just overshoots intended receiver Davis. He had a man downfield, Gage Blankenship, down at the 1st down marker. I don't think he saw him. Throws it in the air just a little bit higher and a few yards longer, and Greenwood may have had a 1st down. 3rd and 8. Clock rolling here in the fourth quarter, 42-12. Greenwood leading Warren Central. Thanks for spending your Friday night with us watching high school football here on the Warren County Public School Sports Network. Huff, the quarterback. And we got a flag. Somebody's in the neutral zone. Offsides again against Warren Central.
Called on the Dragons. Be 3rd and 3 from the Warren Central 18-yard line.
You can see the ball resting at the 18-yard line. Huff. He has Cooper Davis in the backfield. Steps up, gives it to Davis. Off the right tackle. Works his way down to around the 15-yard line. 9:45 clock rolling here to go in the ball game. Devin Poston made a lot of tackles tonight for Warren Central. Greenwood will go 4-0 on the season. Dragons will drop to 0-2. They've got Allen County Scottsville next week. Greenwood will play at Logan County next Friday night.
That's right. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, and hot dogs $1 off the listed price.
Looking to pass, Huff throws it to the far side. Great last-minute deflection by Omari Glover. Tried to go into that far corner.
From the Warren Central 15-yard line.
Had the intended receiver back there. But Omari Glover, a great reaction. Second down 10 from the 15 of Warren Central. Huff hands it off. Running around the right end. Inside the 10. Albert Mabamfu.
Brought down by Patterson.
Mabamfu is 5'4".
3rd and 5 from the Warren Central.
And that might be on a good day. Hard to bring down, though. 8 minutes to go. Clock rolling here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 4. Ball on the Warren Central 9. Ryan Huff, the quarterback, number 4 there for Greenwood. Gives it to Cooper Davis. Davis stopped. I don't know if he gained a yard or not. It may be, it's going to be 4th down. He was hit right away.
Davis on the carry. Met first by Edmonds for a short loss. It'll be 4th and 4 from the Warren Central.
Ladarius Edmonds with a big hit for Warren Central there, among a couple of the others. 7:17 remaining. Greenwood trying to get people lined up in the right spot. A lot of people, new people getting, and there's movement on the right guard there for Greenwood.
False start on the Gators. Be 4th and 9.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty, 4th and 9.
19-yard line.
Huff brings the Gators up. Back to pass. Looking, he's going to run it. Receivers are covered now. Is he going to throw it? As he gets hit, and it's tipped. Incomplete. Intended for Caleb Williams, I believe, was right there. So Greenwood turns it over on downs.
19-yard line.
So a turnover. So the Dragons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. So the Dragons with a nice drive the last time they had the ball. They got a long way to go, 6 minutes to go with a running clock. Dragons come up. Ame at quarterback. Got to give the handoff. Coming around the left end. Jeremiah Taylor. Out to the, out across the, what? At the 19. They gave him about 5. Man in motion. They give it. Nope. So it looked like they had given the ball on a little reverse to Keovan Wells, but it was not. It was D'Angelo Patterson. And the Gators pushed him back. Going to lose that gain the Dragons just got. Moves it back 4. 3rd and 9 from the 15-yard line. Clock rolling at 4:48 to go. Greenwood 42, Warren Central 12. Man in motion. It must be somebody jumping on the line. Who jumped? That's just it. Which side jumped? Nobody's moving. I didn't see a signal from anybody. All right, here we go.
Timeout, Warren Central.
So the Dragons are going to take a timeout. 4:21 after all that timeout, Dragons. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
4:21 to go after the timeout. Running clock game. Greenwood 42, Warren Central 12. Gators on the defense. Here's snap back to Patterson. Patterson is wrapped up. Great defense surge there from Logan Madison, a 5'10 sophomore for Greenwood. So the Dragons have it 4th and 10th, their own 14-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and they'll try to kick it away. Monday will kick. Clock rolling. Standing near his own goal line, he gets it, gets the kickoff. It will take a Dragon bounce out to the 45-yard line. So Greenwood will have it. 3:22 as they move the chains. Clock continues to roll. Greenwood leading 42 to 12.
Down at the Warren Central 44-yard line. The 1st and 10 Gators at that spot.
So the Gators, youngsters back out onto the field. Our next look at the Gators will be in 2 weeks. Glasgow at Greenwood. That'll be the next time we see the Gators at home. We'll see the Dragons on September the 30th, a Thursday night game, hosting Warren East. High snap. Got a new quarterback in there in Braylon Adams. Freeland on the carry for the Greenwood Gators. Bottom of the stack. Caden Eccles for Warren Central on the tackle. 2:19 to go in the game.
At the Warren Central 37-yard line.
Greenwood's used, 5 different quarterbacks. I think William Howard's used some of his younger kids tonight here in the second half. Get a good look at the backfield of Greenwood. Handoff to Caden Schwarzkopf. Gets to the 35, and then a bunch of navy blue jerseys right there pushing back. Be third down, about a yard to go. Right on the 35-yard line, and have a Dragon down. That's one thing the Dragons can't afford is injuries. They've had to battle COVID. They've battled some injuries. Hopefully they'll have those 8 or 9 or 10 that not able to dress tonight should hopefully be back tomorrow night. Next Friday night, as they'll host Allen County Scottsville. As they attend to the young man, we'll step away for just a moment. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Flora Templeton Stewart worked her way through college as a waitress and single mother. She was the first female attorney to open a law practice in Warren County and overcame many obstacles. Flora Templeton Stewart, an injury lawyer with the strength and determination to fight for you. If you have been seriously injured in a car or truck accident, call the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart at 1-888-782-9090.
After the injury, the young man walking off under his own power. That's good, always good to see. Greenwood with 1:30 to go, clock rolling, 3rd down and 1. And he's going to be stuffed. Will be short. It'll be 4th and 1. Jackson Freeland on the carry. Be 4th and 1. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
4th and 1 at the Warren Central 35-yard line.
We're at 1 minute to go. Greenwood leading 42-12. Braylon Adams, the quarterback, and flags. Maybe an illegal procedure against Greenwood. Yeah, somebody jumped. False start.
Be 4th and 6 at the Warren Central 40-yard line.
.33 seconds. Probably the last play of the game. Back to pass. They'll throw it up, throw it long, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Cannon Jaggers, a freshman. We'll see Russell County next week at Warren East. Russell County beat Casey County 45-42 tonight. And that's it. Time has expired as the final score will be Greenwood 42 and Warren Central 12. As you see, both teams are part of the Warren County Public School System. They'll walk across, shake each other's hands. These guys are friends off the field. And we'll take a quick break. We will come back and we will have our post-game thoughts from Mike Cleff. You're watching the Warren County Public School Sports Network.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
Does this scenario sound all too familiar? You're fighting through a mountain of medication bottles, not remembering which ones to take. Spring Hill Pharmacy is now offering a free and convenient medication packaging system called Smart Pack, a new innovative way to package your medication. Your medication will be arranged by the day and time of day to take them. Smart Pack is a free service, along with free citywide delivery. Call us 270-796-3909 to find out more about Smart Pack.
Ask any woman if size matters and she'll tell you no. It's money that matters. The settlement we get for you has nothing to do with the size of a law firm, but everything to do with the skill of your attorney. I've provided personal representation for those hurt in car accidents for over 45 years and collected millions from my clients. When fighting big insurance is not the size of the firm, but the skill of the attorney. After all, David took down Goliath, just like we take down big insurance. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff here on our post-game wrap-up, part of the Warren County Public School Sports Network. Quick moving second half of the running clock helped, but I thought there in the third quarter, Central with a nice drive there, took advantage of a fumble, and they scored. You know, that nice pass from A.J. Ame into the corner to Amari Glover. Great looking play, great call.
It was. And again, effort by the Dragons in the second half. Continue to play hard, get rewarded with a score and a touchdown. And then on Greenwood, Coach Howard substituted liberally. A lot of younger players played, and that was great to see. So both sides benefited in the second half with that running clock. Dragons get a score, get some confidence, and then the Gators play a lot of reserves and younger players. So and
resting some people. That was good for William Howard. I mean, because this is just game 4.
Right. And credit to Greenwood, off to a 4-0 start.
Yeah. Of course, they're on the road at Logan County next week, and we know Logan County's had some success over the recent years, and we saw them against Warren East opening and
played very well.
Yes, and so that'll be an interesting contest next week. We'll see Russell County at Warren East next Friday night. Russell County beat Casey County 45-42.
Oh,
so
wow.
they put up some points. Of course, East tonight losing to Russellville. We don't have a final yet on that homecoming out there. So, and South Warren, winning easily tonight. Central 0-2. They've got Allen County Scottsville here. And the respect I know Brad Hood has for Mark Nelson. They've been friends, and of course his uncle Joe Hood here at Warren Central, the field named after him. That'll be an interesting matchup. Because Allen County is lost what? They've lost, they lost last night to Glasgow, right?
Yeah.
And then they lost to Greenwood the week before.
And then they lost the opening night
game,
out
right.
at Warren East.
So they're 1-3 right now.
Right, yeah. And you know what's interesting, Scott, when we were in commercial breaks late in the first half and in the second half, there were 4 or 5 fathers of players on the current Warren Central football team who played for Joe Hood. They know Mark Nelson, know the staff, and they are like, they tell their kids, buy into what they're telling you. And they are like, we're not getting the result right now, but that's going to change. They have no doubt about it. And the young men believe in the coaching staff, but Scott, it's easier said than done. And again, I give them credit. Nobody goes out to compete, and here you are at halftime, you're down 36, and yet to their credit, they play hard. And you know, I'm in no position to give advice, but I would just tell those Dragons players to keep your head up and keep playing hard, because things are going to go in the right direction. And to the Gators, I said the same thing, because this is the second game we've covered of them, and I really enjoy watching them play. They're well coached with good players.
I think both teams are on the right track.
I agree. Absolutely.
Central has a little uphill battle, but they're going to get there.
And I think that the Gators program under William Howard, now William Howard takes over. He had been the defensive coordinator, was familiar with it, but there was a transition period. You know, he wanted to do some things different. Jason Jaggers, of course, became his offensive coordinator. And now you're starting to see what's happening with this team, and I think that's an example that the Dragons can follow as well.
All right, one more night, Mike. 5 nights. Whoa, we've been blessed. 5 straight nights this week. Tomorrow night will be 5 straight nights where we've had volleyball, we've had soccer, we've had football. Now we got soccer again tomorrow night. So, you know, a blessed week that we've been able to pick up a couple extra soccer matches, and next week we have volleyball, soccer, and football. So we'll touch them all next week.
And 3 of the last 4 nights we've been in the athletic facility of Warren Central, and thank you to their hospitality. They're tremendous.
Awesome staff. All right, Mike, let's get a little bit of rest, some coffee in the morning, and
sounds good.
And have a little Saturday evening soccer. How about that?
I look forward to that, Scott.
Appreciate the help as always, Mike. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, Mike Clef joining us here. Great camera work as always. Your final is Greenwood 42, Warren Central 12. We'll see you tomorrow night at the Greenwood soccer field behind Drakes Creek Middle School, as Warren East will be there, take on the Gators at 6:50 airtime tomorrow night, and then we'll have volleyball next Tuesday, Greenwood at Warren East. For Mike Clef, Scott Thompson, so long. You've been watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.